And this notion of fun, it seems like to be the thread throughout ManiLife's story. Yeah. When you were getting started, like you had a shipment come in of a ton of peanuts, and then your manufacturer pulled out, and you had to get 45 mates to jar 4,000 pots.
Yeah.
And then again, when Ocado asked you for 9,000 mini pots, you like again rally the troops to get people to do that within like 2 days without ever being paid, right? And
so that first guys didn't get paid. Lots of the Gusto lot were just friends. They didn't take money, but there are a few that did get paid because the business was turning over like 200 grand a year at that point. So we paid the people that wanted to be paid, but lots didn't, which was lovely of them.
But the main thread with what kept the volunteers there coming back was this element of fun. Right?
Yeah.
Is that you paid them with this like love and care, which is sort of matches with the Argentines, and then instilled this fun into the whole process.
And it was interesting because it was very much always about keeping them entertained, because was very aware they weren't getting paid, and it had to be fun. That wasn't always necessarily that fun for me, which is fine, because I was like stressing about like, what's the output, how much is this, how much do we have enough, are we going fast enough, whilst at the same time being like, guys, don't worry, just play some music, whatever. But yeah, it's really interesting because I talk to the team about this now as well, and like the value of love and appreciation as a currency, and how it's often, nearly always actually, worth so much more than money. Like as soon as something becomes transactional, the magic kind of goes. And I remember, so when we used to do events, it was all volunteers, consumers. We put a note out on Facebook, whatever, and we'd get loads of people in. It was amazing, so much fun. There was this like serious buzz, and loved it. And they all loved it. And then I remember getting to a stage where it was like, we weren't making money, but we were making sales. And I was like, I got to start paying these guys. This is ridiculous. And there was a brief moment, maybe like 3 or 4 months, where the magic just went, and it became quite weird. It was almost like awkward. It was like the people that were doing it for free before were now getting paid, and there was almost like an elephant in the room. And then you get over it and it's fine. But there is something magic about like love as a currency, so long as it's not exploitative, which obviously it never got to that stage, but that's the kind of flip side.
And so then how do you think about incorporating love into other areas of the business now, when it's not just like a, hey, please, can you like help save this company that I'm trying to start?
How do I incorporate love? I think it's with consumers, it's picking moments to keep things really personal. So when we get messages of people having bad days or fans' birthdays, we'll spend hours putting together like bespoke gifts for them and send them out. When we get complaints, like pretty safe to have called up pretty much everyone who's complained to ManiLife, or at least I've got a list of people to call, and there's not that many. With the team, it's just taking time to have lunch and chat. We're actually not as good as we could be with the team, and it's much harder now that we're hybrid. So we're in the office 2 days a week. Whereas before it was natural, it's like Thursday beers, work stops, you chat, you get to know each other better. Whereas now we've got to be much more deliberate. So we do like monthly socials and all that, and take birthdays and weddings and stuff seriously. But it's just like remembering to keep it personal, I think, is the key kind of rule. That's a very long, rambling answer.